LG showed off this at CES. Oops. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Check it, boys. It's a rollable TV screen. What? When it's like this, I always wonder how many folds does it last until you start actually noticing damage in it. What is the use? Well, I guess this is the use. You can store it, tuck it away, store it in a small box, you roll it up. 50,000 times they said? Oh, not bad. Only 30K. Well, I mean, the first examples are always really, really expensive, right? And then eventually it actually gets cheap enough. Maybe. BMW showed their self-driving motorbike. Can you believe that? Yeah, let's just skip ahead a bit. Where does it actually drive? Ooh. What's the point? I have no idea. Well, it's not very self-driving just yet. Here we go. Here we go. It's a ghost driving it. That's so freaky. Super biker! Finally forcing and driving. True. It's to prank people. Smiley face. Most expensive prank ever. Knight Rider. You could use it like you're gonna rob a bank, you have this drive up and like pick you up or some shit. Alright. NymN, how much do you think they paid Doc to drive it? The only point of it is scaring old ladies at night. Okay, anyway. That's about it. And that one. Chromecast audio was getting self-aware.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm KBHD here, still in Las Vegas. And I've seen a lot of self-driving tech so far here at CES. Like if you walk through any of the halls with cars in them, there's tons of like open room concepts and things like that. But they feel kind of useless, you know? Like as long as they're still in a concept phase, they don't really feel real yet. The idea is we're building the interiors of these cars now for this autonomous future where you don't have to be sitting at the wheel. So you can turn around, face your friends. You kind of feel like you're in a moving room, lots of glass. It's very different. And I've seen a lot of that all over the show floor. Really far out stuff, crazy shapes,
wow,
huge chunks of glass, and stuff built for autonomy.
Actually,
BMW, I think, had a sort of a happy medium. They showed me what they called the iNext, which is sort of a really futuristic vision of a next-gen car, but not too far in the future. So it has these wide open spaces and touch-sensitive fabrics and surfaces for gestures.
This looks like it's gonna get gross really fast. You have this car for 1 year, and there's just gonna be Cheeto dust all over it and poo-poo and...
Seems like a normal car. But still, without the actual self-driving tech in action, it's just kind of half the story. So then I got an email from a company called Yandex. You may know them as a Russian tech company. And they said, hey, come check out our autonomous car at CES. I'm kind of thinking, okay, well, I've seen a lot of autonomous concepts and things like that. How could this be much different? But then they said, listen, we have a fully autonomous, driverless car hitting the streets of Las Vegas with all the other regular cars right now. You can go for a ride. You in? So I'm super in. Let's do it.
Wow. Are they legally allowed to do this? Aren't you supposed to always have someone in the driver's seat?
A retrofitted Prius. On top is radar, LiDAR, and camera array for the car to map out its surroundings. I think as someone who's used the autopilot from a Tesla, it helps me to not be as nervous in the back seat. But it's still crazy not having anyone in the driver's seat at all as the car navigates the streets. There's a safety engineer in the passenger seat which had a kill switch next to him for if anything happened to go wrong or it needed to be interrupted. But we did about a 15-minute loop around real streets, real drivers, real people, and everything went smoothly, and it was kind of still trippy the whole time. This really feels like the future, I gotta say. It might not be this crazy self-driving interior that everyone else is talking about, but this tech part is cool to me. The details are that this is a small area in Las Vegas that was already mapped by this company, so it was a predetermined route and the car knew where it was going to go. But everything else, road conditions, the other cars, the pedestrians, the traffic lights, the turns, speed changes, all of that was decisions made by the car. But all of that makes sense for a taxi. I mean, you map the town or city you want to be in, you have predetermined routes for pickup and drop off, and then the taxis are driverless and they just go from there. And the even cooler, nerdier part is these iPad Pros you're seeing, that's a visualization of what the sensors on top of the car are seeing in real time.
That's pretty
so the
nutty.
radar, LiDAR, and cameras are all combining to identify
stuff?
What is other cars on the road, what's pedestrians, what is a stationary object, and seeing things up to 250 meters away in every direction. So things 6-7 cars away were on the iPad that I couldn't even see in real life out the windows. So there are some red paths, and when we start driving, you're going to see some green paths. And basically what I'm seeing here is it's evaluating what's currently happening on the road and what's about to happen. Red paths, no good. Green paths, good. And it takes the green path and has a predetermined destination. We're in a left turning lane, so you can see way up ahead where it wants to go. It's just going to follow where it can. Based on the cars around us, you can't really merge right now, so those paths are red, but it has a green path and it has a bunch of other possible paths to take if it wants to switch it up. But right now, it's all green. And the best part is the reaction from other people on the road was pretty great. There's people pulling out their phones to record the driverless car. People
it's actually Dr. Disrespect driving right now.
At stoplights when they realize what's going on. And apparently Las Vegas cops think it's pretty funny too. But overall, the 15 minutes we spent in this car were a lot of fun. I learned a lot just looking at these iPads and what they were seeing as the car drove around. And this gave me a sort of an optimism for the future of self-driving.
What?
Welcome to the club, buddy.
Dank reporter. That's fabulous. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Welcome to America, bitch.
Will.
Yeah, there's problems in Arizona.
Hey, Bilpa and Talumi, thank you guys for the 5 months.
Man, wielding rocks and knives, Arizonans attack self-driving cars. Did you know that self-driving cars were under attack?
No.
Neither did I.
But I feel like I'm going to.
What appears to be happening, there is a resistance to the self-driving experiments going on specifically in Arizona. There's like 20 plus incidents of people attacking self-driving Waymo vehicles that are trying to figure out how to get better,
they took their
how to
jobs?
improve the AI on those vehicles to be better self-driving cars, essentially.
Chandler police confirming to 12 News there have been 21 attacks on the self-driving cars since they first hit the road back in 2017.
They're all truck drivers. Probably.
That is an odd thing to do.
The incidents including slashed tires,
magic.
drivers trying to taunt employees and run Waymo cars off the road, and in some cases, weapons are pointed at the company's safety drivers.
People are also throwing rocks at them, and some are trying to cut them off.
Holy fuck.
To break in front of them, trying to screw them up, mess them up. Now, it sounds crazy, obviously. I don't recommend that anybody do this. But the individuals, they have a bit of a point in the sense that this is untested technology. Those tests are taking place in their neighborhoods. They didn't necessarily agree to that. They didn't agree to that. And I mean, waving a PVC pipe or brandishing a .22 revolver, which is in the next paragraph, And not a great way to deal with the issue.
I just don't feel comfortable with technology.
As long as it's relatively safe, you know, the trial period, yeah, give it a shot.
I don't like self-driving cars, personally.
I haven't read about this here technology anywhere in the Bible.
Nonetheless, I am kind of interested in the point because it talks about that one case in which that cyclist was hit by, I believe it was
one person out of a million
Uber
died
vehicle.
from a self-driving car.
And then there's another statement where apparently a kid playing in a
Welcome to the
cul-de-sac
club,
was
buddy.
almost hit. There, a 10-year-old boy. It's kind of rough.
Was that a guy or a girl?
It's like a lot of other things in life, though. Whenever this topic comes up of the danger of self-driving vehicles, automation, you get people like Elon Musk on Twitter that are saying, hey, if you look at the statistics, what about human beings are way worse than the robots driving? They're safer, but everyone gets all fired up when a robot's responsible because
Elon
there
tweeted,
are all these
"Pack
questions
jump."
of ethics and decisions and who's doing the programming, who's responsible, what are the rules. I don't know if it's a majority, but at least there are some people who are angry enough to physically attack these Waymo vans.
Pleasure to be with you at Samsung's first look event.
What the fuck are
We
these
are
dicks?
committed to no boundaries and endless possibilities. I present to you all the world's first 75-inch micro LED. Micro LED has opened up the infinite expansion of the screen by adopting modular technology. Resolution can be increased from 4K to 5K, 10K, and even
10K Andy.
infinite resolution. We are confident that micro LED will soon become a fixture of your everyday life.
That's my dick. Ooh. Andy. People Pog. Who here loves trailers? Everybody loves trailers. This one is called Velvet Buzzsaw. It's got Jake Gyllenhaal in it. Wow, play sounds are on.
Welcome to the club, buddy.
What a fucking...
Critique is so limiting and emotionally draining.
I see bikes.
I'm hoping you find something to explain what's happening.
Which one's better, 1 or 2? Better, worse, no different.
No different.
I'm quite curious to know what you think.
I think sober hasn't been good for him.
Pierce was in the full bloom of alcoholism here.
Exactly.
Never should have quit drinking.
Malkovich.
No originality. No courage. My opinion.
I can't save you.
I found something.
Who did these? They're mesmeric.
A guy upstairs, he died.
And you just took them.
He had no family or friends.
I can make you rich.
It's brilliant.
Demand has people ready to kill.
Have you ever heard of an artist named Ventral D's?
No, not in our records, and we have everyone.
The artist used blood to create the reddish blacks.
You ever notice anything about this painting? You look at it long enough, it moves.
As I research these, I'm starting to think there's a disgust for the world of money.
He spent decades in a psychiatric hospital for the criminally insane.
There is some sort of power. Some spirit. It's connected to his art. Something truly goddamn strange is going on!
This is a slaughterhouse.
Are you aware that Dee's asked that all his art be destroyed?
Get rid of it. Box it off.
I can't save you.
That's amazing. Lost to a painting.
People thought she was part of an exhibit. We're trending on Instagram. It's a major hit.
Yeah.